So when I was in college, I was part of this organization called Model UN, which is basically a mock student version of the real United Nations. And as part of that, each student is assigned a particular country that you're supposed to represent to the best of your ability. And that entails coming up with different ideas, solutions, negotiating in different ways with representatives of other countries to best benefit your country. You can propose different resolutions, etc. And it was very, very fun. One of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. It was also very enlightening. And one of my big takeaways from it was that even if you don't personally agree with a particular group, an entity, an organization, a company, a country, a government, if you really want to justify and defend something, you can. You can convince your brain to be able to do that if that's what you really want or feel the need to do. Case in point, of all the possible country options, guess which ones I was assigned? First year, North Korea. Second year, Israel. Now, overall, I do not agree with either of those countries, their government, or their leadership. I didn't at the time. At the time, it was like 2004, 2005, 2006. Didn't agree then, haven't agreed since or now. Nonetheless, I had to represent them as if I did agree with them, and I represented them very well. I represented them so well that I actually won multiple awards both years in doing so. But it just really taught me that if you really want to defend something, justify something, even if you don't personally agree with it, it's possible for your brain to be able to do so. Some people are able to do so better than others, but we all have the ability. And it just makes you think of all kinds of things when it comes to that, whether it's religion, politics, everyday life, just anything, literally. If you want to defend and justify something, you can. Another great example of being able to justify and defend whatever we want can be seen in law, specifically defense lawyers, for example. Oftentimes they will have clients who they know are guilty, that they did the thing, the really heinous thing, and nonetheless, it doesn't really matter because they have to defend that client and convince a jury to let them off despite that fact, regardless of whatever heinous thing that they did. And a lot of times they're able to do it very successfully. Once again, some way more than others, but just to kind of be mindful of the fact that this is a thing that our brains are capable of doing, the amount of mental, acrobatics we're able to do in order to make anything make sense if we really want and need to. And so it's just something that's good to be mindful of whenever we hear anyone justifying or defending something that just shouldn't be justified or defended.